Okay, have you ever been in one of those meetings where you can feel your soul just slowly exiting your body? You know the ones. They're chaotic, they never seem to end. Well, if that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to talk about two super simple documents that can take all that chaos and turn it into pure clarity.
So let's start with a scene I bet is painfully familiar to almost everyone, the meeting that just will not end. It's that feeling, right? Like you're stuck on a hamster wheel.
You're sitting there, you're watching the clock tick, and you just get this sinking feeling that you're going to be right back in the same room talking about the exact same things next week. It's so frustrating, isn't it? And the signs of a bad meeting, they're always the same. First off, there's no clear purpose, so the conversation just wanders all over the place. People are talking in circles. And when you finally leave, you're thinking, wait, what do we actually decide? It's just this cycle that drains everyone's energy and brings projects to a halt. But, and this is the good news, there is a fix. And it is surprisingly simple. It all comes down to two key documents, one you use before the meeting and one you use after. And trust me, they bring the structure that everybody is secretly craving. So, meet your new best friends for meetings, the agenda. Think of that as your roadmap. It tells everybody where you're going so you don't get lost. And the minutes? Well, that's your official record. It proves you reached your destination and shows exactly what decisions you made to get there. All right, let's dive into that roadmap first, the agenda. This is so important. This is where you actually plan the journey before anyone even sets foot in the meeting room. An agenda isn't just some boring to-do list, okay? It's a strategic plan. Its whole point is to give the meeting a clear structure and, maybe most importantly, a clear objective. It answers that one fundamental question: why are we all here? And a really solid agenda has a simple, clean skeleton. You start with a header, that's all the basic logistics: who, when, where. Then you have the items for discussion in the middle. That's the real heart of the meeting. And finally, you have a footer that shows who prepared it, which adds a nice little bit of accountability. See? It's simple, but it's so effective. Now, the flow of the agenda is absolutely crucial. It has to make sense. You start with a welcome, then you glance back by reviewing what happened last time. After that, you dive into the new stuff. And here's the key part. You allocate responsibilities so things actually get done. A quick check for anything else, and then you wrap it up. It's a natural journey from the past to the present to the future. All right, enough talk. It's your turn to try this out. Let's do a quick challenge and see if you've got a feel for that logical flow we were just talking about. So imagine you have to run a meeting about employee performance. You've got all the right topics you want to cover, but they're completely jumbled up. How would you rearrange them to make the meeting as productive as possible? Okay, here are the pieces of the puzzle. Discussing training programs, the welcome, the actual performance review, making final decisions, and getting employee feedback. Just take a second, think about what order makes the most sense, and here we go. This is the right order. You always start with a welcome. Then it's really smart to get employee feedback before the review, right? That way it can inform the conversation. After the review, you can talk about solutions like training. And only at the very end, once all the information is out there, do you make those final decisions. See how that flows? Fantastic! So we've planned the journey with our agenda. Now let's talk about what happens after. Documenting the destination. And that is the whole job of the meeting minutes. The format for minutes is just as important. After the basic header, you've got to list who was there for accountability. Then you summarize the main discussion points. But listen, the absolute heart of the minutes, the entire reason you're writing them, is this section right here. Decisions taken. This is the part that saves you from that awful, wait, I thought we decided something else conversation a week later. This is what it's all about. This section isn't for rambling notes, okay? It's for crystal clear outcomes. Project plan approved. Tasks assigned. There is zero ambiguity here. This is the proof, the official record, that your meeting actually accomplished something. Okay, so let's bring this all home. Why do these two little documents have such a huge impact? Well, it's because it's not just about making one meeting better. It's about changing the entire culture of how your team works together. I mean, look at this. The difference is literally night and day. Without a roadmap and a record, you get chaos and wasted time. With them, you get clarity, you get efficiency, and you get real, actual progress. You go from a meeting that people dread to a meeting that actually moves the needle. And this is the ultimate payoff. When meetings are organized, communication just gets better because everybody's on the same page. You solve problems faster, people know exactly what they're supposed to do next. And because of all that, the whole team actually starts hitting its goals.
And here's something really important to remember. You do not have to be the boss to fix bad meetings. Seriously, anyone can step up and draft an agenda. Anyone can offer to take the minutes. You have the power to be the person who brings a plan to the table. So that leaves us with one last thought. Your next meeting is probably tomorrow or maybe the day after. The only question is, who's going to be the one to bring the roadmap? Why not you?